One of the great things about being a pilot is that you're always learning and always getting to fly new planes. As you guys saw, I got the chance to fly aerobatics with one of our editors at large, Dave Hirschman, the other month, and I got a chance to fly an Icon, but we'll talk about that later. One of our fellow pilots here at AOPA, Jirka, got the chance to retrain on seaplanes recently after a brief time away.
Well, it didn't really start as retraining. I went down to Florida to have fun with seaplanes because I got my ticket, or my license, for those that don't know our lingo, about 2 years ago in the same exact place, Adventure Seaplanes in Central Florida. It was a lot of fun, but I got rusty. After a couple of years, I flew the Icon, thank you Icon, once, maybe twice, and got to fly in the Quest Kodiak for about an hour or two, thank you Quest. But I got really rusty, so figured I would go back to Florida and have a little fun in a seaplane, and this time in a bigger one. We did what my instructor Brian from Adventure Seaplanes says was advanced seaplane training, which really was starting with a couple hours of him yelling at me about all the things I forgot, or I'm doing wrong, or I forgot and I'm doing wrong. But, you know, it's a new airplane. It was a Cessna 185, a huge beast, on amphibs, absolutely loved it. We had a lot of fun kind of relearning a few things before we got to really cool stuff. The cool stuff was, you know, everything from chasing alligators to running up and down rivers and narrow corridors that really didn't seem like the airplane would fit, but it did. And we got out of it, and it was a ton of fun. But it was not all splashing fun. I had a little hard time with some of the new things about the airplane. I got the license 2 years ago, and most of my flying was splashing in water. This airplane was an amphibious one, so retractable wheels, and we actually took off from a normal airport before we got splashing. And taxiing a giant shopping cart, not so much fun. In the end, it was kick-ass fun, and I can't wait to get back. I gotta save a couple of pennies because it's not cheap, as we all know, but it was so much fun. And going down, flying those channels, high-speed taxi in the water, you're kind of picking up one float and splashing around, and you really think that this is just should not be legal, but it is. And sorry to say, my favorite part, or maybe the most memorable, was stopping for lunch, because the amphib has one special thing. We could land on on water, get the wheels out in the water, taxi up, park next to a couple cars that just dropped off boats, and walk over to lunch, and then taxi right back out in the water and go splashing again. I mean, that's as badass as it gets, and it's legal.